Hi everyone, Deb here. So earlier this week, which would have been on Wednesday, I think, I did an Ollie's haul and I shared two books, this one and another one, which we're going to do also. And I did a quick flip through of them, but I'm going to do a walkthrough of them. This was from Ollie's and this cost me $1.99. It's an Ideals magazine for Easter and it's from 2020. Beautiful picture, right? We could use in a junk journal or a journal. And all flowers blooming bright and sweet and loveliness are so complete. They seem to say in their own way, we wish you joy this Easter day. Rachel Hartnett. Regularly $11.99 for $1.99. So I was okay with that. I don't usually get magazine-y things, but this was beautiful and it was the only one, I think it was the only one I saw. Might have been another one, I can't remember. But I'll go through page by page. I absolutely love this page and this little image here. Another glorious Easter morn has dawned on us once more with promises and brighter hopes and springtime at our door. Speaking of springtime, Tony's Magical Crafts or something like that. I will put her channel down below. I'm sorry, Tony. She's doing a Crafting the Seasons collaboration, and I'll have the hashtag for that down below as well. March will be spring equinox. So she's going by the equinox, not necessarily Easter, but spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I'm going to try and join in. And there's no rules to that collab. You could just craft whatever you want for spring in March. Because that's when the equinox happens. I don't know if it's going to be like March, April, May until summer starts. I maybe should ask that question. But anyway, I don't know if Tony will see this, but if anybody knows the answer to that question, please let me know. So there's lots of poetry in here. This one's by William Wordsworth. The Daffodils, love daffodils. And The Waking Year, Emily Dickinson, and it's got a picture of a tulip, which they are, other than the crocuses, they are usually the first flowers that appear. I used to have crocuses and then I was down to 2 and then I was down to 1 and now I don't think I have any. I need to replant some crocus bulbs, but because I love them. They come up, they're smaller, they're nice for a small border. But I do have all these different kinds plus the little petite daffodils. So pretty. I don't have them in like a field like that. It looks gorgeous. Anyway, and this purples and teals, little pussy willows. Yeah, pussy willows have arrived. Georgia B. Adams. I mean, you could cut pieces of this and these and put them on different pages and just have poetry, spring poetry. This is it. Or you could turn this into your scrapbook and or your junk journal and cover whatever pages you don't like. Spring Peepers, A Day of Small Things by Joan Donaldson. I'm not going to read all this. What are these? Irises? I think so. I think they're irises, but don't hold me to that. I didn't read it. Love this dogwood tree. I do have 2 of those actually. Fiddlehead and Robin, Susan Sardois, A Spring Day, Carol Dismore. A robin breaks the silence first as color fills the sky. A piccolo cacophony sings out in loud reply, and so on. Spring Renewal by Lansing Christman. That's a little story. Home by the Sea by Randy Van Beek. The picture painting. Art licensing. So it is licensed. Gorgeous. And the tulips. And see, you do have some verses in here. The Rains of Spring, Lady ISE. This is Zechariah 10:1, NIV. New International Version. I don't know if I got that right. Or New Interpreted Version or something. Spring, Susan Andress. Somebody told me, and I forget what the NIV is. family recipes, and then the floral around. So I probably won't use these recipes, so I could cover these up with journaling areas, or I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might have trouble tearing this apart. Sweet memories of Easter. We had Easter eggs and the Easter bread. I know it's not called that, but I can't remember the name. Bunnies are cuddly, the large and the small, but I like chocolate ones the best of them all. Author unknown. Mine is from my very, very young years. Bunny, bunny, fat and funny, with long ears and wiggly nose, where he hops to, nobody knows. You like that? That was something I wrote with the help of my mother when I was probably about 6 or 7. Yeah, it's funny the things we remember and then the things we forget. Easter eggs is a little story all about Easter eggs. So pretty. A joyful Easter, be glad and full of joy today. So the images are just beautiful. Ring loud, oh Easter bells, church bells. That's even pretty there. I do love the little old country churches. And the 3 crosses. So the next few, this section is the religious version of it. Easter in our midst. Well, that one's florals and things, but palm branches. Hosanna, loud Hosanna. The garden. Luke 22:39 to 54. Beautiful images. The crucifixion. The resurrection. The cry from Golgotha. Easter Day. The first Easter morning with the Easter lilies. Sorry, my email's popping in. Easter promise. That's a pretty cross. On an Easter morn, my Easter wish, and the church lit up with the light shining down. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I'm almost crying. Joy of Easter morning, author unknown, a poem. Ode to a dogwood tree. Ah, I'm sure April's kin to heaven, for she sings a heavenly tune, and my heart seems so close to heaven when the dogwoods are in bloom. Robert T. Sanderson. Pretty. Through the window, seeing spring, splashing in the puddles. We used to do that as kids, mostly in the summertime. We actually used to play in the street when it was raining, splashing in the puddles and stuff. You can't do that anymore. Somebody zoom down the street and knock you over now. And I live on a cul-de-sac. You still have to watch it. My day off, April days. So pretty. There's a little bunny in there. Cute little bunny down here. So cute. Out with the Old. Anne Kennedy Brady, a story. Dandelion Days. Keith Graham in Spring. Eileen Spinelli with Old Swing. And then this, Bits and Pieces, Earth Laughs in Flowers by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I like those. You could now this page I could cut apart and just use the little sayings on things and, like cut out the little basket or something. So pretty, or the hanging basket. I just have trouble cutting apart these beautiful books. Spring Journey, Kites, and Thanks for Springtime, and To Life. There we go, the path in the woods. I do like to walk in the spring and summer. Oh, look at the hummingbirds. So gorgeous. With the lilacs. I have a lilac bush. Maybe I'll get something on it this year. It's very little. 2 hummingbirds. There we go. So really pretty. That was $1.99 at Ollie's. I feel like well worth it, even if I just keep it as a book. And don't cut it apart because I might have trouble with that. Then I had shown this. This is a sticker color and activity book. It is the only one I found. It was It was near where the coloring books and the kids' books and stuff are in my Ollie's anyway. And it was on a random shelf all by itself. $6.99, regularly $19.99, Chartwell Books, the Porto Group in London, or originally, I guess, in Slovenia. Anyway, it's different. I don't have anything like this, so I had to get it, even though it was $6.99, because that still was a good deal. Bring bygone beauty to your everyday life. And this book is different. So it has art, like stories in here, educational, I guess. The art of reading tea leaves, symbols and their meanings. So butterfly is success and pleasure. Angel is good news, especially good fortune and love. Castle, unexpected fortune or a legacy. Cat, difficulties caused by treachery. I don't like that one. Or deer, quarrels, disputes, failure, and trade. I didn't read them all. But scissors, quarrels, illness, separation of lovers. Huh. Maybe that explains why I'm alone, because I have a lot of scissors in the house. I'm sorry. And there's some puzzle mazes, which you could, cut these out and put them in a junk journal. Or just tear them out, I mean. It has solutions, too. You could put the solutions in a different page in your junk journal. You'd have to have them like a flip or just use one of them, whichever. And then you have these pages, which usually means there's stickers on the other side, and there is. And they're white backed stickers on this page. Now these are also stickers, the veggies, and they're whatever the background color is in this. This is like a yellow, which I actually appreciate, sort of a creamy yellow. These are veggies, right? Then there's some poems. So they're nice and thick. So again, once the stickers are done, just like that Celestial book I shared on Friday, flip through February 6th, I think. Um, yeah, yeah. This will be up on the 13th, even though I'm recording it earlier than that. Anyway, you could cover the pages after the stickers are all used up, and then keep this book because it has a lot of these pages with nice weight, and use that as the start of your journal. I like this because I don't really have much in the vintage old time feel, and some of it I don't care for, but some of it, sometimes you just need something different, and I don't have that much. I don't have anything, I don't think, in this kind of style, so I thought I'll get it because it's different. And there's a lot of things in here I can use. And I like that it has poetry and other things. What is genius but the power of expressing a new individuality? What is genius but the power of expressing a new individuality? Yeah, express your individuality. So we're geniuses, guys, us creative people. Stickers, seashells, that's not really Victorian or old antiquity. And these are little rectangle stickers. Pretty. Our finding beauty in the humblest things makes home happy and life lovely. Louisa May Alcott. Good for her. I agree. Butterflies and moths. Animals. Ink blots. And you're supposed to interpret them. Most of them are insects and moths, I think. Or maybe a bat on that one. I don't know. Tell me what you see real quick. And then there's the art of palmistry. It tells you all about it and more about it. There's a whole little section, so they're different color coded. Then we have some connect the dots, which are really difficult looking ones. And they have solutions in the back. Victorian trivia. Okay, so this is Victorian age. And here we have some Victorian ladies mostly, and gents here, soldiers and things like that. All stickers. We will not have failure, only success and new learning. Queen Victoria. More stickers. Pretty, pretty. I love some of these. Oh my gosh. I said that the last time I think I flipped through. Kitties! There was another page that had kitties on it or something. Gorgeous. These are strips and, old a crown and different things like that. Poetry and art are knowledge, and poetry and art and knowledge are sacred and pure. I would agree with that too. George Eliot, English novelist and poet. That is the center of the book. Might have two signatures in here. I'm not sure. Don't like the bugs so much and the eel, but the other fish are okay. That's called a blowfish, right? I think they're pretty poisonous. Yeah, anyway. One's ideas must be as broad as nature if they are to interpret nature. Hmm. This looks like it has striped panels almost. I didn't notice that before. And there we have stickers. These are cute. Oh, yes, I love the kitties too. I'm not big on the cherub things. I think that's what they're called, right? Just never got into them. Butterflies, and I'm sure some of them are moths. Dragonflies too. Then we have some coloring pages. You could color some of these individually and cut them out and use them on your whatever you're working on. That's a pretty one. This too, I would probably cut some of these out individually or just pieces. Or you could use them in like a black and white or a sepia or brown and white journal. The old-fashioned top hats and briefcase and shoes and pipes, and my grandfather on my mom's side used to smoke a cherry tobacco in his pipe. It smelled so good. That was the only I don't like cigars because I think they smell gross. And I worked with back in the day when smoking was still allowed in the offices, I had two bosses that smoked cigars. Oh my goodness, it was like asphyxiating. And the weird thing was, we worked I worked for an environmental company back then, and I worked in the air department, air quality specialist. Oh my goodness, that was awful. I'm like, please take that outside. I didn't say it, but I thought it every time. Yeah, look, there's a cigar. Yeah, smoking bad. Times have changed. You could color these beautiful ladies and cut them out. Her dress is sort of overlapping, but it's okay. We can make it work, right? Cut them out on and put them on different projects. More shoes and parasols and hats and perfume bottles. Here we have some bunnies and butterflies and greenery and another brown floral. Is that the same? Yeah, that one and that one are the same. And then we have a bird in a teacup with flowers. So cute. Still more coloring pages. The old-fashioned bunnies and deer and owls. Kind of weird. This is a duplicate. And I think that's a duplicate. Okay, moving on. More stickers, more animals, and more stripes. These are all stickers here and here. The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible. Oscar Wilde, Irish writer. These are pretty. Oh, look at the blue florals with the eggs. So pretty. Oh, this is the one with the kitties. There's a kitty. Couple little kitties down here. A few of them, four of them. Some greenery. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness. John Keats. More Victorian era humans. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Hey, I knew that one. I never knew who it came from. Margaret Wolfe Hungerford, Irish novelist. My mom used to say that. Probably because I'm not a beauty. I don't know. Birds and butterflies and things. The art of pressing flowers. So it tells you how to do it, tells you what you need, and in here somewhere it has what the flowers mean. Pictures of the flowers. I love the bluebells. I like all of these actually. I didn't know chicory was that pretty blue. Hmm. Daisies, delphiniums. I want delphiniums. I have wanted delphiniums for years. We'll see. Maybe this will be the year. Where did I see asters? Oh yeah, asters. I like them too. I like all of these. They're so pretty. Oh my goodness. These two. Grape hyacinths. They spread like wildfire, let me tell you. I used to have them quite a lot and they just went out of the flower bed and all over my yard. Yeah. Queen Anne's lace is pretty too. Phlox. My mom used to have a lot of phlox and pansies, those two. And I get violets in my yard, wild violets. Yeah. Then we have some pressed flower gallery, but if you don't want to do that, you can cut these out and use them on your project, right? The frames. Victorian calling cards. Similar today to today's business cards, calling for or visiting cards were carried by well-heeled people in the 18th and 19th centuries to present themselves to others or to leave behind when calling on someone. Hmm. And it goes on to tell you more about that. Interesting. And then they have the little envelopes you can cut out on that one and on this one with the old wallpaper, right? And then they want you to caption what these Victorian folks are saying to each other. Make up your own story. And here, I guess there were stickers from previous that you can find and put them to the back. They even have Sudoku. Now, I don't know, did they play that in Victorian era? I don't know. These are all, no, this is more Victorian trivia. It's different. More Sudoku, Victorian slang. I glanced at this and I think I got one of them. These are really funny. Maybe another time I'll go through them. This is the answer key. We won't look at that. Caption this. What is your Victorian name? They don't have one for me here, but I am a January, so it's Fernsby. And I'm a Capricorn. Whippet. I'm a Fernsby Whippet or Whippet Fernsby. Don't know. Sounds like a man's name to me, though. But my name is not in here, so I guess I would not have been in Victorian. Lord, Lady, the Eminent Whippet? Fernsby? Oh my goodness. How fun. And then how to make shadow puppet parlor game. You know, the shadows make animals with your fingers. That's cool. Hmm. And then these are more mazes. And then another caption this. And then we have answer keys back here to all the puzzles in the book. So I thought it was a really cool book that I will use the stickers, and if I use them up in my lifetime, then I can use the book to make a journal, but I kind of doubt I will because that's a lot of stickers. Does it say how many? Over 200 unique stickers. Yeah, they are definitely unique. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you liked it or if you liked the Easter Ideals book. Which is your favorite and how would you use these? Let me know in the comments down below. And I will let you go because I know it's a rather long video. It takes a while to walk through these books and me chitter-chattering the whole time. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Hugs, love, and peace.